All right. Hello and welcome. My name is Law Loving. I'm the Director of Career and Workforce Readiness at the Niswonger Foundation. Among the projects that I work on is the Virginia Workforce Ready Diploma Seal program. Um, this is a partnership here that we support via the Workforce Ready website that you're seeing in the background here. And today we're going to be covering just the basics of how employers can interact with the site. Right off the bat, I will point out that I'm working from the dev site that we use for testing and for demo videos like this. You can certainly find the live site at workforcereadyva.com. So if you're an employer, please go to workforcereadyva.com and leave this dev portion off. I'll cover a little bit more about how to support the program at the end, but I'm going to try to focus on employers that have already agreed to become sponsors of the Workforce Ready Diploma Seal program. If you visit the website, this is our homepage. You'll land here, and there are a couple of key ways that employers can interact with the website and with the program. The first way is to click on the About page, and you'll notice at the bottom here there is a link to our industry partners. So these are all the folks that are supporting the program actively. You can get a sense for the type of industries that are participating so far. And each industry partner is going to have a profile page. So this is one way that you can reach out to students and teachers is by listing your information here on your profile page. So you can see there are some test businesses in here. Again, this is the dev site, but there's also some actual Virginia companies that are supporting the program. I have included the Niswonger Foundation where I work in here for the purposes of this video. So you can see here, if you have an industry profile, you're going to have a logo here. It's going to list your name and possibly your location if you're a multi-location company. It's going to show the city that you're located in, what industry types you have. So there are a series of 16 of these categories that you can list on your profile page. It's going to list your address, your county, your website, and then the name and contact info of a person at your company who can be the contact. So if you are interested in having students possibly reach out about internships or graduates reaching out about employment, this is a good thing to keep updated because this is the way that they're going to be able to contact you. You can list your regular web page, you can list your careers page. There's some flexibility here, but it's important to note that you do get this just as part of the sponsoring of the program. So you do have access to this. We collect this information from you in a couple of key ways that I'll show you in just a second. One other thing to note is that as students and other folks are interacting with these profile pages, they are able to sort them by location. So there's several counties and cities that are supporting the program at the moment, and then they're also able to look by industry type. So if you're a student that's interested in advanced manufacturing, you can drill down and just look at advanced manufacturing, or you can leave these blank and you can look at all of the different employers that are supporting. So a nice way to do some free marketing and show that as an employer, you're out in the community trying to engage with folks. If you are a brand new employer, there are a couple of ways that you can get started with getting an account and getting a profile page set up. One of those ways is by clicking register at the top. This is also available on the homepage. It's just a common thread here where you can click register. You'll select the type of user, and of course you would be an employer in this case, and you would click next. And then you would fill out this information. These are basics. This is just to get your account created. If you request an account this way, then you'll get a reach out from either myself or someone at the Niswonger Foundation, or possibly someone in the nearby school systems. They will reach out and get some more information from you, such as your logo and um, your other company information, your contact information, so that we can complete that profile for you and make sure that you get full functionality on the site. So this is one way to do it. Of course, if you want to just go ahead and reach out to a contact at the schools that are in your area, there will be somebody at each high school that is working on this program, and they would be more than happy to just go ahead and take your information, send it along to me, and I can create an account and profile for you directly, just from the admin side of things. So a couple of ways to actually get signed up and get functionality on the website. Once you have a profile set up, you will also have a corresponding account on the employer side. So that's important to note. And I'll show you what one of those looks like in just a minute and some of the good functionality that's in there. One other thing to note, if you need support at all for the website, it's very easy to get a hold of myself. I am Wall Loving here again, and I've got my email, my phone number listed. So you can absolutely reach out to me directly if you would like. You can also request service. So I have some IT folks that support me on this website that they do a lot of the software development pieces. So if you run into some sort of glitch, feel free to use this. It will actually send an email to me as well as to them. So the first folks that can get to it will absolutely do so. We're pretty easy to get a hold of, and we really like hearing from the folks that are participating. So if you have feedback, if you have something that's not working, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll try to get you fixed up. No problem. So let's take a look at an employer account now. So if you're an employer, you would just go straight to log in if you've already got an account set up, and you should know your username and password. You can actually request a forgot password link if you need to. It will be important that you remember your username. If you can't remember your username, just go ahead and reach out to me directly, and I'll get that stuff pulled for you. But let's take a look at what an employer account looks like. Okay, so a few things to note here. There is some basic contact information. So this is all the stuff that's in the profile page, minus the logo piece. All that's here. So actually, if you need to update your contacts, you can do that yourself. You don't have to rely on me, although I'm happy to do it for you. If your location changes, if your phone numbers and emails change, just let me know or log in yourself, and you can actually update these things on your own. So we try to give you some functionality in the site so that you don't have to reach out to us for every little thing. You do have the option to change your password here. There is also a frequently asked questions page. So you can see some different pieces here about, how do I become a partner? How can I do some verification? So forth and so on. So these are useful, handy answers to questions. Again, if you're not sure, you can reach out to me. No issue at all with that. The main functionality that you're going to have as an employer is the ability to do a student search. So I'm going to show you what this looks like, but before I do, in case we've got folks that are checking this video out that are not official sponsors of the program yet, what the Workforce Ready Diploma Seal is about is getting seniors in high school in the Crater region of Virginia currently to complete a series of standards. The standards each have points associated with them. They're around things like attendance, drug-free, so showing you're a drug-free student, participating in a work-based learning or an internship. So things that are important to being a successful employee later on in life. If students earn enough points, in this case, if they earn 20 points or more, then they are earners of the Workforce Ready Diploma Seal. And so they earn this credential, and they earn the accolades that come with that. They have their own accounts on this website, so they keep track of their own points. The staff at the schools help them do so. The main ask from employers is that if you would like to support the program, you are agreeing to give an interview to students that have earned this certification, provided that they are applying for an open position that they're qualified for. So it doesn't mean you have to interview every student that gets the Workforce Ready Diploma Seal. It just means that if a student earns this and they come to you and say, "Hey, I've earned this accolade, and I've shown that I'm doing the things that I need to be doing to be a good employee," then and I'm also applying for an open position that I'm qualified for, then we would ask that as a sponsor of the program that you would interview them. That really shouldn't be very different than what you're already doing, because the point of this program, of course, is to identify those students for you that would be very good fits to come work for you. So if you're interested in supporting the program, that's the big ask, and we really just ask for something simple to commit to that. Assuming that you've already done all that, then this is where you're going to actually make sure that students have earned that Workforce Ready Diploma Seal that they claim that they have earned. And this is also where you're going to be able to reach out to groups of students as well on your own. So it's not just a passive wait for them to come to you, but you actually have the ability to reach out to them directly. That's one of the real benefits of the site, is that you actually get access to these students and these alumni. So every year that students graduate and come through this portal, you're going to have more and more folks that you can reach out to with opportunities. So let's say that you've had a student apply for an internship or employment at your company, and you want to just verify that they do have a workforce ready diploma seal. Then all you'll need to do here is take their name and enter their first and last name, and you can go ahead and click check name. And what you will get is this readout below here. So the following students with that name were found. Neil Armstrong would graduate this year, this high school, and you can see that in fact Neil has not completed the Workforce Ready Diploma seal program. So he does not have 20 points at this time. If he's a graduate, he probably will never have those 20 points. But you're just going to see this no here. So this would tell you that no, in fact, you do not have to give this person an interview. On the other hand, if we were to check a different name in the system, we would find that Buzz Aldrin has actually completed those 20 points. You'll notice here, in order to protect student privacy, we're never going to tell you how many points they've gotten or which standards they've completed. We are just going to tell you yes or no for this. There is also a student ID within the system that's unique to workforcereadyva.com. So the student can give you that, or the graduate can give you that if they're applying, and you can use that as well, and it will do the same thing. But most of the time we find that industry is using this name feature to search for somebody that's employed. So you can check that there. On the student side, they have the opportunity to select some interests, some career interests. They also have the opportunity to select whether or not they want to hear from industry. So we do give them the ability to uncheck a box and say we don't want to receive any kind of reach outs at this point in time. But generally speaking, schools and us to encourage students to leave that box checked, because the whole point of this program is to try to connect them with their future career. So they need to be able to hear from you on that. But let's say you have a job opening that you think would be a good fit for some of the students that are coming through this program, or some of the recent graduates, perhaps, whether that's an internship or some part-time work or a full-time position, whatever it may be. You have the ability to go in here and look for students with a certain interest. Again, there's a cluster of different clusters of career fields here. So we've got advanced manufacturing, architecture and construction, education and training, so forth and so on. There's a bunch on here. Let's just say we want to find advanced manufacturing interested folks, and let's just say that we're looking for really anybody that's in the pool. We'll click search students and alumni, and in this case, because this is the test site, I've only got a couple of students in here, so you're not going to see a large number. But the site has found one student. It's actually Buzz Aldrin, so you can actually reach out to this particular student in this case. And then you can just take whatever job posting or listing you have right here and drop it in there, copy and paste, or write something, craft something original, whatever you want to do, and then click send notification. And it will be sent out to the students to be able to look at that and respond, to a job application or whatever it may be. Normally, of course, you would see a lot more than one student here. And if you want to sort on different career clusters, you can certainly do that. You do have the ability to limit things based on age. So if you are an employer that really just needs folks that are 21 and up, you can do that. If you need folks that are, if you're looking for folks that are still in school, you might choose this under 18 option. If you're looking for part-time work or internship opportunities. But this functionality between being able to verify and then being able to reach out students is really key. There's no financial component to the Workforce Ready Diploma Seal in terms of becoming an official sponsor. The only thing we ask again is that you're offering those interview opportunities to students that are qualified for a position, an open position that they're applying for. So that's it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty easy to use, I hope. If you do have any questions, again, I'll throw up my contact information again here very quickly. Feel free to reach out. And again, thank you for being willing to support the Workforce Ready Diploma Seal program. I think it's a really strong thing for the region and something that can certainly help grow the communities that are involved. And that will conclude our training session for today. And thank you again for watching.